New Planet Nomads developer interview here on Indie TV. I was able to sit down with Daniel from Crane Balls Studios to talk a little bit more about Planet Nomads, to discuss their Kickstarter and future plans for the game.
Well, hello there.
Daniel, what's going on, dude?
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, been paying attention to your blog, dude. You guys have been busy, huh?
Yes, after the first 2 days after the holidays were crazy, because like not only Planet Nomads but other games as well. Like, you know, you come to work after a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
There was madness, but on Wednesday it already got calmed down and I was ready to focus fully on Nomads. Actually, can you hear me like okay and no noises in the background?
Just a little bit, yeah. It sounds like there might be a television or something.
Yeah, there is, and friends in the next room.
Oh, that's fine.
Unfortunately, there is no place to hide, really.
It's fine, dude. Totally fine.
Okay,
but Daniel, thank you so much for coming back on to Cobra TV. It's a pleasure of mine to have you on. Really, it is.
And my pleasure to be here, really. Like, I was watching your videos, and it's just amazing, like seeing your in-depth analysis of what might be and what might not be. It's really cool. It's really good to see that.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
I hope the audio quality is better, because like the last time on iPad, it was like, all right. So hopefully everything's gonna be better this time.
Well, you know, it's a developer interview. Plus, it makes you guys seem like mad scientists, you know, like you're creating this awesome game and you sound like you're talking from a dungeon, a coder dungeon. So it's cool.
All right.
Today, we're going to talk about your Kickstarter that I'm very excited about, and I cannot wait to personally back. And I got some questions about the last trailer that you put out. I'm not sure if you're ready to answer some of those questions. And I'm looking forward to the new trailer you guys are going to be putting out. You're putting out a new trailer, right, with the Kickstarter?
I mean, there will be a new video for the Kickstarter campaign, and it'll be a mixture of you know, footage directly from the studio, the team, and Martin, our CEO, talking a lot, and me talking a lot. But there will be some new footage previously unseen from the game, with new biomes and new like in-game footage. So there's something to look forward to.
Awesome, very good indeed. Yeah, man, I cannot wait to play this game. But you know, new people are coming to my channel every day, and they may not have heard of Planet Nomads. Can you give us a brief rundown about what Planet Nomads is? So
Planet Nomads is a sci-fi sandbox game that takes place after you've crash landed on an unknown alien planet. Mm-hmm. And the planets are procedurally generated. The diameter of each planet is around 120 kilometers, so there's plenty of space to explore. Wow. And we'll be starting on one such planet with several biomes, like with a dozen biomes or something like that. Like, we want to have the first one will be this kind of universal, so you're not stuck with one theme for the whole planet.
Okay.
And you're starting from a crash landed position, so you don't have much resources. You have basic tools on your suit, and you can improve those. So there will be a metal cutter, a welding machine, and you're starting from there with basic technology. And the first couple of hours will be a lot about survival, and then as you kind of scale up, so new technologies will be opening and your action radius will be increasing, and then you will be able to like explore the whole planet with flyers most likely coming soon. I mean, not coming soon, but in the game, like when it releases,
right, in
about a year. And next release will be like the soonest release will be for Kickstarter backers. There will be a tier with early alpha access that's coming in summer. Okay. This summer already. Wow. And the goal is obviously like to gather enough resources to build a spaceship that will take you to the stars, and then you can visit other planets as well. Not just
that sounds so amazing. That's so amazing. And you guys just released a blog post about the survival that you just mentioned, and it seems pretty in depth, like massive survival, like survival on a high level, because you've got food, you've got liquids that you need to hydrate yourself with. You have power, stamina. So many other things affect that, like working in the cold, like the environment affects you. Can you talk a little bit about that?
But from the standpoint of, because I was not designing that, this Peter, our game designer now, was making these mechanics. And at first, like you see, okay, it's like, sure, food, stamina, drinks, hydration, yeah, temperature and stuff. But then like all the characteristics are closely interconnected and they will be affecting each other. And it'll truly be about, like, of course we don't want to go like realistic simulator, but really going to tie that with the survival with the characteristics,
right?
And also with the environment, as you said, with the temperatures. So when you get cold, you will be slower, stamina will be draining much quicker because you need more energy to warm yourself. So it's really coming nicely together.
That's amazing. That's that just adds a little bit more of a, you're already trying to do other things like, get resources and build a spacecraft or build other craft to take you around the planet you're exploring. And now you have to worry about the environment, the food, and, your hydration level, the toxicity of the planet, and the temperature. It's just amazing. This game keeps getting better and better and better. I want to talk about so much. Something I've seen in the last trailer you guys released, some of the concept art also that was released, and so much more. But first, let's get to the Kickstarter. That's why we're here, and that's what I cannot wait for. What exactly, or when will it exactly go live? Give me a specific date.
I do have a date now. It's 21st January. Well, basically, in 2 weeks, it's going to all start. And we have the page ready. We have stretch goals going to $500,000. And the basic goal is like $100,000. And the stretch goals really show the potential and the scope of the game, that what it can be.
Okay.
But what we are really looking for is tell us, yes, this is the game I want to play, and we will know this is the game. Like, we have potential here, which we've already seen with the trailer experiences. But this is another important milestone for us. So $100,000 will be yeah, we're doing it. Definitely, people want this. We want to make it, and there will be players hungry for that. So that's great. And the more we get, the bigger the game gets.
Right.
And there are tiers, starting with the basic one for the game, and then early access in summer, as I mentioned already. And then there will be creative, that you can be part of the game, not only as a feedback from the early alpha version, but you can make a shipwreck. You can design a shipwreck that will be found by all the other players.
Oh wow!
We mentioned ancient monuments way up there, and a holocron, and we are also thinking leaving a message for somebody else and stuff like that. So, and plus all that, there will be new footage from the game, new biomes, and rendered directly in Sandy in our engine, and it's all coming nicely together. Because before we have been working on the three parts of the game. It was the environment and the procedural generation.
Right.
Then it was the physics, and the third one was player module, let's say. So all the animations, all the things happening, and it was never in one engine together. But now it's working all together. So lots of progress made in the last couple months.
That's amazing.
And now it will be coming, even faster, because now we are after the iteration research kind of phase. Now we know how everything works. We know that the planets will be spherical and 120 kilometers in diameter. Now it's weather is another thing. We've been always putting out screenshots from the biomes, but the sky never changed. Now we already are working on dynamic weather with lightning and storms, even meteor showers, so stuff like that.
Now, is the weather effects, is that procedurally generated too?
It will be procedurally generated, randomly coming together.
I see.
On different places on the planet, and based on the altitude and the climate.
Are some of your stretch goals going to be to move to consoles?
One of the stretch goals is that, and our Xbox has arrived. Xbox two actually of them.
You guys are gonna make me finally buy an Xbox.
But the thing with the consoles, I mean, it's a whole different game when I say like the controls mostly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You don't see PS4 in the future at all as a stretch goal or anything?
Compared to how Microsoft reacted to Planet Nomads and how Unity reacted, so I'm sure they will want the game on PlayStation. And then, of course, there's different hardware compared to Xbox, but like once the controls for consoles is nailed down, it will be for both Xbox and PS4. So.
Okay. You said another one of your stretch goals in one of your blog posts is multiplayer.
I'll try to explain like what we are thinking right now is that the planets are persistent, so whichever changes you make will be there if you dig a hole in the ground, big one, or build a base and then go to another place, and when you come back it will still be there.
Wow.
You will have the seed for the general structure of the planet. But then every changes you make, if you build something there, if you dig a hole, it will be all saved externally in another file, let's say, and it will always come back. So if it's dedicated server from if we create it, then anyone changes will be saved there.
Okay.
And the last one standing making the changes will affect the world for everyone else. But if it's the player's world, then once he closes the server down, then the changes will not come through. That's the thing. Yeah. So he will be the one making the final changes. Yeah. And like something closer with the stretch goals is modding, but that's another.
So modding is definitely a very close stretch goal then. That's good to hear.
It is. It's a close stretch goal. One of the stretch goals is orbital building.
Orbital building. What is that?
Orbital building. So that is because there are a couple of approaches to like when you want to switch a planet. So it can be that you go to space and then you choose another planet or server in sort of a like hyper jump there or there. Right. Or you could get to the orbit of the planet and fly around it, land, get up again. But also you could build something on the orbit of the planet. So that's one of the stretch goals.
So you can you're telling me that you can build like a space station and have it orbit the planet?
Exactly.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That is amazing.
So there will be more new building blocks, and then that's pretty much that, like having a grid where you can put it, and it will be rotating around the planet.
That's awesome. That is sounds so great, and I can't wait for the Kickstarter on the January the 21st, and I will be backing it. You've got my money for sure.
Thank you, Cobra. I mean, it's been, like I mentioned before, like seeing people playing that, but also seeing you digesting every detail of the game and finding things that might be there, might not be there. I just love it. I just like watching the channels, like seeing your detective work. And we can we're just thinking, you might be onto something here.
There's so many other things I could have said about that trailer, but I'm like, no, I don't want to go too overboard. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. I can't wait. And it's just, 2 weeks away, really. I mean, not even 2 weeks.
With new information and then a couple months to playable build. I mean, I also want to, we already have a build where you can freestyle fly and walk and explore. Basically that's the part that we have ready, kinda, and with just a couple of monuments and a buggy, and you can also drive in.